Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video I'm going to show you a couple of teams you can use for the Tower of Doom. A nice fast team for the early battles, and then we'll change to a more powerful one as this gets a bit more difficult. Now always grab your rewards from the start, absolutely why not. Stick them in your bag, thank you very much. Your guild may have started this before you. Grab those rewards. Anyway, from the shop, you may as well grab tier 1. This is really good. You get a potion of enchantment, which means all your troops start enchanted at the start of each and every battle in the entirety of this event, which is super useful. You get extra troops, more gold, doom sigils, and it's much worth having. Right, now at the end of tier 4, there is a doomed weapon. Now, it's not essential, it's okay, but it's just a bit for a doomed weapon, if you know what I mean. It deals damage to the last enemy boosted by purple gems. If they have a doom, deal a double damage, but that's unlikely most of the time. And there's a 3% chance per tempering level to kill the enemy. So not the best doom weapon. It's okay, but if you're going to pick it up at all, you may as well grab it from here, because it is really not worth the diamonds, because it is in the soulforge right now, this weapon, and I definitely wouldn't recommend spending the diamonds on it. But if you're going to go a long way in this event anyway and get up to tier 4, you can effectively get it for free. Now, this is a really good event to go a long way in anyway, because as we go along here, you're going to be getting Dark Forge scrolls. Now, these are really handy scrolls. They're going to boost up your weapons and generally really hard to get hold of. So this is a great way to pick them up and effectively get a free weapon to put in your I'm never going to use that weapons rack. Anyway, all right, let's show the first team. I've done the first room and got the unlocked scroll thanks to my guild for the map for this, showing where the scrolls are, the unlocked scrolls to each room. And it will vary from each guild to guild, so don't copy what I'm doing here because it will be different for each guild. So what I've got here is my early game team. It's Glowing Core, 2x Cunning, and Obsidiaxis. Obsidiaxis deals damage to all troops, all enemies, boosted by Gargoyle Gems and Stone Blocks. And there's a 30% chance to create an evil Gargoyle Gem when my turn begins. If you then explode that, you put a load of negative status effects on the enemies, which is really cool. So we'll be looking to cast that nice and early if we can. We'll probably change that to there actually for these early stages. And we've got 2x Cunning, deals a damage to an enemy and a random enemy boosted by each enemy's life. So as the enemy gets more powerful in this, it's actually going to make Cunning more and more powerful because he's cunning. Do you see? And then basically you wipe out the enemy pretty quick with 2 of them, and you can finish off with Obsidiaxis if you need to. Glowing Core explodes brown gems which charge up our Obsidiaxis and gives a random status effect to all constructs and has a summon at the same time. You can have that further down if you like to benefit from not having the weapon at the top. Obsidiaxis, nah, no one else really has. Yeah, it's got 50% damage reduction, that one, but you don't want to block Obsidiaxis at first, so I would have Glowing Core at the top. And we get skull damage reduction anyway. Stone Skin, reduced damage from skulls by 50%. All constructs start with 50% mana, which is where this absolutely gets a nice fly-in start. And we'll go for Serendipity. This middle one is no good. You can pick Mage Lord and put it in last place. No reason why not to. No, let's do that. Should we do that? No. But you can do. You can pick Mage Lord if you like, and then put it in last place, and then have your Obsidiaxis in first place for the early stages. I'm just thinking of all players here, new players as well, the best way to go about it. And the best way to go about it for safety is to have the hero in first place. And anyway, Anti-Magic Sphere, you want that. Don't need that because we've got it anyway. Gain 3 magic at the start of battle is really handy. Rock Solid is good. You can have Antiquity because it is a relic, is this Glowing Core. So you can gain 4 magic if you like, but I really like gain a barrier when matching brown gems. Really handy. And Tree of Knowledge, gain enchant when matching green. And Fortitude. So let's say take the team out then. Oh, I didn't show the banner. The banner is Spider Banner from there. +2 green, +1 purple, -1 red. Eldrazor. Alright. all we can be doing is looking to charge the weapon up first and foremost. Cast that. Wipe out the enemy nice and fast. No green, no yellow. Thank you very much. We'll get some brown instead and just cast that and be done. Done the soulforge review video earlier today. Check that out if you've not seen it already. A couple of really good legendaries in there this week, if not so much great mythics. Right, floor 2. Where are we? We're legendary room. As I say, this is for my particular guild, the Gemfather. We do have spare slots right now if you fancy a change. Whatever is quickest to charge up. The early stages, you're going to be casting Obsidian Axis, doing damage to all. Chuck on any nicer medals, things like that you've got to boost the damage. Which I don't think I've done actually. Because I've been an older team, I didn't adjust my medals. Always a cool thing to do, check your medals. Really easy to forget about them. For me anyway. There's your Valraven there. When that Dicky Bird comes in, you want to get that as fast as possible. This is going to give you 2 extra sigils. Explodes 5 gems, and there's a 30% chance for it to run away. Like, just buzz off. It runs off, you can't kill it. If you can't kill it, you don't get those sigils. So make sure you grab that little thing. Don't let him run off. Get him as fast as you can. So the Axis says bye-bye. Oh, we had a survivor. They do have a Doom in last place. So that's where that doomed Chris thing, or whatever it was, would come in handy. But it's still not a great weapon. You're still better off doing something like this. Floor 3, where are we? Legendary room again. So really easy team to use at first. Gets a 15 mana start on literally everybody. Charges up nice and fast. Going to do damage with them. Let these finish them off. They hit 2 opponents. Cast the other one. Bingo bango. Job done. What I'll do this room here. Then I'll pause it and then show a different team you can use. Because this one will vary from each person to the next, you see. Basically, depending upon your magic level. This will be more effective, lasting longer. If you're higher level than me, got more magic. And the opposite, if you're not got as high magic as me, you'll be doing less damage, so it will become less effective quicker. But the cunnings are really cool because basically, like I said earlier, the way the enemy works in this and they get more powerful, cunning gets more powerful at the same time, which is really cool. Right, so the unlock scroll is in the epic room this time. Oh, I meant to change teams. I'll just do this one. And then I'll show an alternative. See the cunnings, you see, they at the moment do 56 damage from me and the boost is 13. As the enemy gets more powerful, that damage will slowly but surely go up. But when you cast Obsidian Axis first, that's going to weaken the enemy significantly and you can just use both cunnings to finish them off. Very easy. Right, I'll just do this boss room. And I'll show a different team. There's the old Valraven again. Need to grab that thing. Might as well cast that now. Going to get our cunning up the round after this one anyway, because of the effect of the enchantment and that 50% mana start. And that's it. Job done. So keep on using that team until it becomes less effective or slows down. Now show an alternative. Now show a second team if you want to try something different, or you can't run that other team for a reason, or it runs out of puff at a certain point for you. You can maybe have a go with this one. Another really nice team, this one. Mega effective. In Archer class, going to use Old Magus Staff, 2 times Venoxia, and Leprechaun. Leprechaun starts battles with full mana, explodes a load of green gems, charging up the team. And then Venoxia just unleashes a load of noxious gas. I don't want to think where that comes from, because it doesn't say breath. It just says noxious gas and shows a huge cloud of just gas and people getting just conked out by that hideous stench. So you can only imagine where that comes from. That is a horrible way to die. Anyway, it creates 9 green and 9 blue, then deals damage, true damage to all enemies. Chuck on some Noisha medals if you have them, get this damage boosted up and it will be even more effective. Gain 1 magic when an ally casts a spell, means it keeps on going up in power every single turn at the same time. We can use Old Magus Staff for this. It's a good weapon. It doesn't mana block any of these. If you don't have it, there is another option which you can do. What I would do is I would turn off purple, turn off green, so you can't mana block Venoxia. Then I put Explode into the search bar. And this was the weapons. So you want something that's going to explode gems that hopefully be used, while at the same time giving some added benefits, like Scarab Blade. Not too bad. Wild Cleaver is decent as well. Explodes green gems. This explodes purple. We both use green and purple, so either of these are a good choice at the same time. We don't really care about the status effect you get from them, but they both have a summon, which is cool. And these two are good as well because Venoxia creates blue, and then it would feed into them at the same time. I've got it on Old Magus Staff. Venoxia creates green and blue. Venoxia gets the green, the weapon gets the blue. Easy. The banner for this, I'm going for +2 red, +1 blue, -1 brown. So really easy. We're just gonna... Oh, I've got to buy some more stuff. But I'm gonna do it anyway because I want to get this. I want to get some more scrolls. And effectively the free weapon, Starflower. She's a really good troop. Deals damage to all, boosted by ally and enemy Fae. Summon a random Fae, and a 20% chance to transform a random enemy to a pixie. Very good indeed. And that third trait as well. 50% chance to verify a random enemy at the start, which is going to be extra damage to them. Really good. Starflower. She sounds cute. She looks cute, but she's actually quite a decent, hideous mana generator and quite dangerous. Right, I'm going to grab those other ones eventually, but I'll just crack on with this for now, rather than waffling on like a crazy person. Right. Floor 10, according to my guild, is the legendary room for the unlocked scroll. Can't remember if I said it earlier, but many thanks. I think it's Kiwi does our scouting for our guild. Finds out what all these things are, makes it easier for everybody. What a hero! Cast one then the other. They often are going to self-charge because of the way they generate green, and that goes back straight into itself. And as straightforward as that. Not always going to be that straightforward, but most of the time it's going to be fairly quick and easy. Can either cast the weapon or Leprechaun. Obviously there's a lot of green scattered everywhere there, and there's not as much purple scattered around, so we'd rather cast a Leprechaun. Might as well get that one, just because it's there. Didn't need to really, could have left it there, because leaving that green there gives your Venoxia a better chance of getting some matches and getting itself charged up again. Carry on. This is in the ultra rare room. The unlocked scroll. For our guild only, remember. This is only for the Gemfather guild. This is not for all players. You're going to need to find out where the unlocked scrolls are for your guild. We do have extra places in the the Gemfather, if you fancy a change. 1000 level minimum player requirement. Pretty basic weekly requirements too. And all we ask is you participate in Gems of War, Guild Wars battles and the events and things like that. And basically don't be a leechy person. Come in and be a team player. PS4, PS5 only. No cross-play on this game. So yeah, it's very simple and straightforward team to use this. Floor 12, where are we? We are Epic Room. So I'll just make this the last couple because as you can see it's pretty straightforward. Nice and quick to get charged up. You get that potion of enchantment. Venoxia just got charged up straight away then. That was kind of ludicrous. Not worried about that skull damage. Oh, so much green there. We can't say no to that. We'll get that first. May get some bonus drops which get that charged. Should I cast Leprechaun then? I meant to press one thing and my hands pressed something else. And the AI punished me by having about 150 extra turns after that. Get out of it. Boss room unlocked. And let's do that. Oh, for goodness sake. Right. Go on. Take my gems. Put them in your pocket. Let's do this last one. Because this is going to be a good powerful team for a while as well. There's no saying that first team I showed won't last a while as well. Because, like I say, the more stats the enemy gets, the better it is for the Cunnings. They just get more and more powerful. So Phenoxy is charged. May as well leave it all there. All those colours help it have an extra chance of a extra turn. And they just kill everyone with that noxious gas. The mind boggles. And picked up a lantern at the same time and another dark forge scroll. Really, really good. Well, there it is. Don't forget to grab your rewards as you go along. All good. Like I say, grab that weapon there if you like as well. It's not that fantastic, but it is a much better way of picking it up than in the soulforge, which costs you diamonds. There's the video. If you found it useful or helpful, it'd be really cool if you click that like and subscribe button. But most of all, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.